This is the ISERROR function, and the ISERROR function is used to identify any functions that are producing an error on your worksheet. If a function produces an error, the output of the ISERROR function will be true, and if there are no errors, the ISERROR function produces an output of false. I'm going to demonstrate the ISERROR function first, and then we'll use the ISERROR function in the logical test of an if function. So I'm going to click on cell P2, type an equal sign. The function name is ISERROR, and you can see it will start to pop up in your function box. Just click or double click ISERROR, and the only argument is a value. So I'm going to click cell O2. If you recall, this is where we added a VLOOKUP function to look for the prices that are in the amount column in column F. I'm going to type a closing parentheses, tap the enter key. The output of the ISERROR function is false because there is no error sitting off in cell O2. But let's create an error. I'm going to click on cell F2, and I'm going to type the number 40. There are no items in our price list file that are selling for $40. So if I enter that, the VLOOKUP function cannot find the $40 in our price list worksheet. And now the output of the ISERROR function is true. And if I just click the undo button, that brings the price back to $39.99, and the output of the ISERROR function is false. So I'm going to click on P2 and delete that, and then I'm going to start an if function. So typing the equal sign, the function name is if, and an open parentheses. For the logical test argument, I'm going to start the ISERROR function by typing ISERROR, open parentheses, and I'm going to click cell O2. This contains our VLOOKUP function, again, looking for the amount in the price list worksheet. Going to type a closing parentheses. That finishes the ISERROR function. And now I can complete the logical test of the if function by typing a comma. Now, if there is an error, or if the output of the ISERROR function is true, I'd like to see the if function output a value of 1. And if there are no errors, I'm going to type a comma, the value if false output will be 0. So if there are no errors, we just want the output of the function to be 0. So I'm going to finish the if function by closing the parentheses and tapping the enter key. So the output is 0 because there is no error in cell O2. I'm going to click back on cell P2, and I'm going to double click the fill handle. So what the if function is going to do now is count or add a value of 1 anytime this VLOOKUP function can't find an amount in the price list worksheet. That means these transactions we want to investigate, because there shouldn't be any amounts coming through our cash register system that does not match the price list file. And if you look at the bottom, this is the status bar here. You can see the sum because all of the functions that we just copied and pasted, those if functions that were copied and pasted to all of the rows in this worksheet, we have 30,240 rows. There are 14 outputs of the number 1. So there are 14 transactions in this worksheet where the amount does not match the price item file, and we'll have to investigate that as we move through this data analytics project to find out why that has occurred with the transactions we have in this data set. And that is how you use the ISERROR function.